going harder than it's true. Welcome to Dallas, we lost some legends. Welcome to Dallas, we're hood, you reppin', be careful. You know the rest of the steps.
Hola, hola, hola. Happy fucking Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the Poofy Man podcast. If you're a new viewer to the Poofy Man podcast, make sure to go to YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, do all those good things. So, back on the World Cup stuff, just FIFA, just back at it again. So, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. If you have a Facebook, which you probably do, apparently, after a call from President Donald Trump, FIFA decided to reverse a red card ban on one of our leading goal scorers, or the USA's one of their premier players. Forget his first name. Last name is Balogun, something like that. You know what? If I'm mispronouncing it, fuck off. I don't really care. But anyways, they decided after having this conversation with Donald Trump, which of course we only know that it took place because Donald Trump said something about it, FIFA decided to rescind this red card that was flagged during the Bosnia-US game, where we would have won regardless of the red card. So there's a lot of stuff going on online about, especially from the UEFA, which is FIFA's kind of little brother, in my opinion. Equally as corrupt as FIFA, but just on a smaller scale. But they've decided to raise their little voice about it as well, claiming this is just an unbelievable, breach of the sanctity of football, soccer in the world, blah, 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 blah. As if they were saying that with a clean record. Of course, the UEFA has been charged with similar crimes in the past. One not too long ago, just in 2025, Portugal's famous, good-looking superstar, Cristiano Ronaldo, he actually received a 3-game suspension and a red card, or as a result of a red card he earned in a qualifying match. And yet somehow he was able to play in the first game, their first qualifying round game in this World Cup. So it's not unprecedented. It's precedented. And it's not only Ronaldo. There's 3 other players. I just didn't have time to actually drudge them up. If you look them up, please drop them in comments below. But there are 3 other players that have also had their red cards rescinded as a result of the Article 27 review process, which, there's basically 4 ways they go about doing this. One is like an in-game review of the play, and if a player gets a red card, they're able to use something called VAR. I don't know what it stands for, but this VAR rule allows a referee to review the play after the fact during the game where the red card was waived or was thrown, and they're able to rescind that red card almost in play, like during the game. Then there's another one in the case of mistaken identity, where a player who got a red card was not actually the player that caused the infraction or was responsible for the play itself, for the red card play itself. And then there's in-league review, where the teams will, whatever the member of the team who got the red card will have his team administrators, basically lobby the governing body, whether it's UEFA or FIFA, to review the play. And then there's the Article 27 that was used in Cristiano Ronaldo's case and now in our USA player's case. So, anyways, this all kind of boils down to the fact that Donald Trump put his name in the process. As soon as this man dips his finger into play, the entire thing becomes corrupt and broiled with all kinds of blood and controversy and swirling hellhole. It's just, he just needs to, like, had he not said anything, what I think is hilarious, honestly, had he just shut the fuck up again, had the wisdom to just shut the fuck up, like, nobody would have said anything. They would have probably been like, what the hell? I thought he got a red card. And FIFA would have been like, yeah, like, we took it back, just like Cristiano Ronaldo. And this wouldn't be a problem. Now, because Donald Trump just had to make a play, he had to be involved in the outcome somehow. Well, now it's tied to, like, American arrogance, and it's completely tainted the entire way the world perceives our processes with, I guess, soccer or politics or whatever. Yeah, so, I mean, this just boils down to that, and I think that if he had just been quiet, that would have been fine. There would have been no problem at all. What I am interested in is whether or not Belgium, backs down off of their review of FIFA's review now that the USA lost the game. That'll be hilarious. I'll love that. I love when Belgium will just completely drop the case against FIFA that they've obviously, because they do have the right to repeal the decision to let Balgoon play or whatever, but I have a feeling that now, after the fact that the game is over and the USA unfortunately lost, I think that Belgium will just simply not show up to the case, not show up to the meeting with FIFA on this whole matter, and we'll just be quiet and move forward. Had we won, that would have been this would have been a horrific catastrophe. And again, this is just sports in a nutshell. Everyone's just looking for advantages over each other. This isn't really politics. It's just sports and people. But I do think it's funny that, like, FIFA, that FIFA feels like it's necessary to... here's my whole problem with FIFA since day one. It's a political organization. This is not about soccer. FIFA is like a lobbying organization. They're basically established to raise money, and that's it, to earn money, to earn revenue. And if this isn't a clear case of it, Cristiano Ronaldo should be. Like, what in the fuck would a World Cup for Portugal look like, or for the world look like, without Cristiano Ronaldo? I guess we'll find out in the next 4 years, but there'll be a whole new cast of, faces of soccer to take his place, because he played his last game today. However, it's like FIFA was not concerned so much at the time of Cristiano Ronaldo's red card. They weren't real concerned with, like, the backlash for reversing it. They were more concerned about the backlash they would get from the fans that paid Cristiano Ronaldo money and not getting the product on the field, right? Cristiano Ronaldo, his face alone is what's going to bring in hundreds of thousands of spectators across the country. It's also what's going to bring in millions upon millions, if not hundreds of millions in revenue on merchandise and otherwise. And so they're just looking to keep star players on the field, on the pitch, as it were. This happens a lot. It happens a lot, especially in international competitions in almost every sport. But this is one that obviously was hijacked by President Trump and put on display for everybody, mostly because he just loves that limelight, man. He's just a media whore. No doubt about that. Like him or love him, doesn't really matter. He does know how to... He gets his face time. He sure does. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about this. I guess, again, like, the outcome, I mean, is the same. USA lost regardless of having this guy on the field, so it doesn't really matter. But I am interested to see what Belgium does as a result. So, as always, yeah, man, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. This is Poofy Man. I'm out of here.
Welcome to Dallas, the home of the killers. Welcome to Dallas, sharks and gorillas. The girls, they going harder than. Welcome to Dallas, we lost some legends. Welcome to Dallas, what hood you reppin', be careful. You know the rest, be steady.